Kurt, I can't believe you're making me do this. I told you, I'm a vegetarian. I can't be eating jerky. For those at home, we have been waiting to do this episode for a while. I am very excited. Kurt, are you very excited?
I'm very excited.
If you cannot tell, we love beef jerky. And we've got a great array here tonight. Let's get right into it.
Welcome back to the snack rack. We got another 3 snacks, and it is beef jerky. This video has been a long time in the making.
It has been.
For you long-time snack rack watchers,
Yeah.
Ironically, this video is being made before any of the videos are posted. But the very first episode we ever recorded was the Flamin' Hot.
Yeah, and we were going to get this as a backup for if one of the products was bad, because it's jalapeno, so, it's still hot. But that was 6 months ago, so we kept this in the fridge for 6 months.
We didn't know exactly how the show was going to go. We were like, well, let's get 3, but what if one of them's really bad? We don't have anything to talk about.
Yeah.
So let's get an extra that we can swap in just in case.
Right.
And that's what this was for a while.
Yeah.
And
so we've been sitting on this one. We gotta get that one right out of the way because we've been waiting the longest for that one.
So we were at the store and Chris noticed this new brand. What is it, like Strive or something?
Yeah, Strive. And it might not be a new brand, but it's a new brand to us.
New to us. We've never seen them before, and we thought, why not give a new brand a little try and mix it up a little bit. And then also these are extra tender, which we've never had before.
Right.
And it was kind of hard for us to find beef jerky that we haven't had because we're both fans of beef jerky.
We both love beef jerky. I've had Flamin' Hot beef jerky. I've had peppered beef jerky. I've had teriyaki beef jerky, which honestly, that's one of my favorites. So we're really excited to get into this and eat all of this, and we just need to get right into it.
I'm excited.
First off, we've got the jalapeno Jack Links. I think this will be pretty interesting.
Second, we got extra tender, which we'll see what it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll see what it is.
It seems kind of bland, but...
Yeah. And then we've got I have to look. The Strive Hickory Seasoned Beef Jerky. I'm actually excited for this one. I don't think I've ever had Hickory Seasoned before. And plus it's a new brand that we get to try out.
No, I am excited to try that one because I don't know if I've ever had beef jerky that's not Jack Links. When you think beef jerky, you immediately think this.
Yeah,
right
Jack
there.
Links, yeah. I can't remember the brand of it, but it had a bowl. Not like that bowl, but it had a different bowl on it, and that's what had the Flamin' Hot stuff. I think I've had other stuff before, but I've never went out and specifically looked for anything other than Jack Links, which there's probably some beef jerky people out there that are like, Jack Links sucks! And it's like,
you gotta get the real beef jerky.
Yeah, real beef jerky. Great value, bitch!
I love the idea that great value is the best beef jerky.
The golden standard is great value. And meanwhile, the scientist over at Jack Links is like, how is it so good? What are we doing wrong?
You expect this person to be like, you gotta go out into the field. You gotta kill the cow yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta make your own beef jerky.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
no,
like,
go to Walmart. Get the cheapest beef jerky you can find.
Great value! It's a great value!
It's in the name.
It's in the name!
We are so excited.
We are so excited
to eat beef jerky.
Yes!
We've been doing all these snack racks. All this garbage food that nobody likes. Oreos.
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts.
Well, the Oreos.
Cereal.
Yeah.
But now we're doing real food. Beef jerky. This is like opening an Egyptian tomb. It's been in my fridge for so long. Ooh.
Oh!
It does smell nice. It smells like jalapenos.
It smells so good.
I had a whiff of grass there for a second.
It'll probably be the best grass you've ever ate. There's nothing on it that specifically there's no jalapeno bits on it or anything.
No, I do like that because it's not like stuffed or anything.
Yeah.
It's just jerky. It does appear a little bit maybe like stiffer or darker than regular beef jerky.
Maybe that's because it's been in the fridge for 6 months.
I mean, beef jerky's supposed to last.
Yeah, it is.
The smell is a little less delicious when you're just smelling an individual piece.
Yeah. But I mean, you open that bag and it hits you. It's just like,
I think maybe they put something in the bag to make it, like they just sprayed some fragrance in there, which actually makes sense. They probably do that.
Yeah.
I want to try this.
Yeah, so do I. You know what? That's really good.
Well, I don't think it ever could have lived up to the hype. of waiting in my fridge for 6 months, but it is pretty good. Right
It
off the
is.
bat, a lot like just regular old beef jerky,
Mhm.
which is great. And then you get this little hint of heat.
Just a little bit, not too much, but certainly not too little.
Yeah, it's not. It's nice though. It's like it's not like you bite into it and you're
Yeah.
yeah. It's just there. I do wish it had a little more of like the jalapeno flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of more of just like the heat of a jalapeno.
Yeah.
You don't really taste it too much.
Mm-hmm. But then, yeah, some people, they hear jalapeno, they just think the heat. They don't actually think like flavoring, which is sad, but it's true. I'm happy with it.
It's delicious.
It is. It is delicious. It's funny. Jack Link's, their slogan is "Feed your wild side." But I'll be honest, I don't think I feel any more inner peace than when I'm just laying back with my bro, eating some fine jerky.
I think you can notice the difference in us. We were so hyped, and we bit into it, and we're like, it was like just everything just drained away, and we're like, everything's fine. This is the first really good food we've had since the peanut butter Oreos.
Yes.
As per our new standard, we have to compare it to peanut butter Oreos, which is something we would have never done before.
Yep.
But peanut butter Oreos, as everybody knows, is the snack wrap, top rack snack.
Yeah, it is the cream of the crop. It is the best thing that has ever come across our table.
Possibly the best thing we have ever eaten. Likewise, we have to compare good foods to it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go out the gate here and say it's not as good.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's definitely great, and I think it definitely deserves being compared to it for a moment.
Yep, for a moment.
It is not on that level.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking maybe our excitement for this is anywhere near our excitement for the peanut butter Oreos, it's not.
It's not. With the peanut butter Oreo, there is just such a burst of flavor. Whereas this, it tastes really good, but it takes a second for it to sit in. And it doesn't have that burst. But then yet, that's one of the nice things about beef jerky is that it just kind of settles in, and you just get feeling good.
Beef jerky is almost a meal.
Yes.
Definitely not like a full-on meal. Sometimes you want a snack. You're not really hungry. You just want a snack on something. You just want to munch on something real quick. But beef jerky is something you go for and you're like, I'm a little hungry. What's something that's going to cover that? Beef jerky will cover that.
Oh, yeah.
They're kind of in different weight classes, I guess you could say. But it's not up there on the top rack. But it's definitely a good snack. See, I was going to say that I'd buy this again. But I can see myself buying this again. But I might just go for regular old beef jerky most of the time.
I would look at it. I don't know if I'd buy this again. It'll depend on when I'm at the store, but it's definitely left an impression on me.
I think it'll be like an on-occasion thing. If I'm considering getting beef jerky, then on top of that, maybe it'll be jalapeno beef jerky. It doesn't replace beef jerky. I feel like I probably still tend to get beef jerky more.
Yeah, and for me, I just really like the teriyaki.
You know what? Actually, I don't know if I've had teriyaki.
We need to go right now and get you some teriyaki. Just off the bat, I think these are going to be better than the jalapenos, and I'll tell you why. They're the original flavor, but they're extra tender. My expectations are they'll just easily pull apart and just melt in the mouth almost.
If they deliver on what I'm expecting out of this, I think I'll like it more too. Beef jerky is great just on its own, and so this will just be like the best. Well, I don't want to say the best because some people probably like beef jerky kind of stiff. But it would be like really nice, like smooth beef jerky. Man, that smells good. Almost different than
a little bit, yeah. It doesn't hit as hard, but I don't mind that.
Right off the bat, I'm not super appealed by this. It almost looks like bark.
They pull apart real easy though.
It does seem tender.
Are you ready?
Go for it.
I'm going to need some time on this one. I have my analysis.
I'll start.
Okay.
It's not what I had hoped for. I liked it. It tastes a lot like regular beef jerky. It has some sort of like sweetness to it.
Yeah.
It's not as tender as I hoped. It kind of pulls apart with the grain, but I specifically tried to bite it against the grain, and like I had a gnaw on it. Like it was stiff. Almost stiffer than just regular beef jerky.
That's what I thought. I mean, it's almost like someone said, hey, Jack Link's just straight up original beef jerky. What if we took that and made it just a little bit worse? And that's what they did. It's still good, But I'm definitely not going to buy it again because I'd much rather just have regular old beef jerky.
It could have been really good, but definitely this way, I would say this is probably worse than the jalapenos. It tastes mostly like the original, but it has some other little notice of like flavor to it that I don't really like how it's there. It feels like it shouldn't be there, but then it's really, really stiff. And maybe we were confused because when we think tender, we think looser meat.
Yeah.
Maybe when you tenderize meat before you dry it for jerky, maybe it makes it stiffer. But if not, this is the opposite of what we expected.
Yeah.
I expected a loose is the only word I can think of, but like a much more like soft meat.
Yeah.
It's definitely much, much firmer.
If it was like regular Jack Links, but just easier to eat, I would say it was terrific. But it just doesn't. It's the opposite. It's not as good and it's harder to eat.
Didn't have that little extra flavor. I would probably say it's like basically on par with like a bad bag of original. But because it has that extra flavor, it's like this is worse.
You know what it's like? It's like great value beef jerky.
Now that how bad this is, not that it's bad. I don't want to say that it's bad because it is still good.
Yeah.
It's still because it's beef jerky. It's fine,
Yeah.
but it's disappointing. And because of how disappointing it is, I kind of wish we would have grabbed the great value and compared it. Because if we could have said that great value beef jerky is better than some Jack's Link beef jerky, that would just be like a stab. I don't really have anything else to say about this other than that I am disappointed.
Neither do I. Next up, got the new guy, the new kid on the block. We've got, I still don't know. Strive.
I'm a little interested because right off the bat, they do have a little window. You can see it.
And it looks
not very good to me.
It doesn't look great, but it does look like it's easier to like pull apart. Nothing artificial and 100% natural, according to
everything about this. Kind of strikes me as kind of like hippie,
which isn't the crowd you're going for.
Well, they probably are because they're probably going for like those like hiker people that.
Oh yeah, good point.
I don't have a problem with trying to make things healthier or more sustainable. Like that's probably the route that we should be going. But I feel like a lot of times they failed miserably and they try to act like, no, it's still better. And it's like, it is worse.
Like if you want 100% natural, I guess we should wait until we eat it to say this. But my opinion is, at least right now, if you want 100% natural beef or anything for that matter, you go and get it yourself or you get it from like a farmer in your local town.
Right off the bat, not super appetizing.
Smells good, I think.
Yeah.
It's weird. You can like kind of see through it.
Yeah.
Like the Jack Links, you cannot see through it.
It does say on here, ultra thin.
Yeah.
Ultra thin, ultra delicious. So it is very thin. I'm not super appetized by this. It looks like crappy bacon.
Yeah. I'm interested. Like I am.
I'm interested to see what it tastes like, but I'm not. I don't have high hopes for it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go for it. I think I'm ready to say my piece. Are you trying those to try them, or do you like it?
Trying them to try it.
Okay. I will give some credit to Chris here. There's not a lot of substance to it. Because they're thin, you don't get a lot in one piece. So you kind of do have to try multiple. I happen to get a thick piece. Right off the bat, I have to say, I'm not a fan of the thin beef jerky.
Nope.
Because I literally had a thin and a thick piece here, because it was like a screw up. There was a thick piece I saw, and the thick piece was way better. Personally, I didn't really like this. Definitely did not even get close to shoving around Jack Links and putting up a competition for them.
I have my analysis. I really like the flavoring, the hickory flavoring that's in it. I think it's really good, and I think if it was thicker, it'd be a lot better. But personally, it's just not really jerky enough for me.
We were saying we wanted a smoother one with that. It's not smooth though. It's like it's still got like fat in it and stuff, but it's just very thin and flimsy. There's not a lot of bite to it. It just kind of tastes like you're eating I don't want to say raw meat. It doesn't taste like bacon, but it feels like eating like undercooked bacon.
That's what it feels like.
The hickory, I think it's fine, but the actual beef itself is not very great. It's okay, nowhere near beef jerky that Jack Link's books up.
I wish this company the best. I hope they go very far. Eventually, one day, get to the point where they can compete with the big dogs.
I hope someday they can learn how to make an actual piece of beef jerky.
I like the idea of having a 100% natural beef jerky.
We keep calling it beef jerky, and it's because it seems like beef jerky, and it was next to the beef jerky. But technically, it is beef.
Bilton.
I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's billion,
Bill.
something like that. Billion. I'm sorry that I sound like an idiot
Yeah.
right now, but it's not technically beef jerky. This is air dried beef slices. It's not technically beef jerky, so we're comparing it to beef jerky, and maybe for what this is, it's a really good job of this.
Yeah.
But this is not as good as just beef jerky.
Wish this company the best. Hope they go really far, but they need to branch out a little bit more. Make your pieces a little bit thicker. And if you can go for the main problem that Jack's Links and other beef jerky manufacturers have, and Kurt, I know you'll agree with me on this, it's they don't put enough beef jerky in the bag. If they can fix that, because this is actually a pretty good amount of food.
I didn't say anything, but when I opened it up, I was very surprised to see that the beef jerky was like up to
Yeah.
here. Normally, you open up a Jack's Links and you can already see the bottom of the
Yeah.
bag. So
There's like maybe 2 or 3 good slices in there. This is packed. It sets the bar for this is how much food should be in your pouch of jerky. But this just isn't great.
it's just not very good. I don't think it's gross, but it's just not. It doesn't taste very good. It's not very appealing.
Yeah. Wouldn't buy it again, but my eyes are on this company.
I wouldn't buy it again. But if I ever saw beef jerky,
Buy this company?
I'd be fine to try it again.
I like it. It's just not my thing.
When I say I don't like it, I mean I don't say that I actively dislike it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Maybe that's on us to compare it to beef jerky, and it just isn't beef jerky. But we wanted to give it a try, and unfortunately, we're just not big fans of it.
No, we're not. So, Kurt, you might disagree with me on this, but my rating is jalapeno, this, and then this.
Okay, obviously we're gonna agree on this one because this is by far the best.
Yes.
This is the only one that we were like, this is really good.
Yeah.
I expected a lot more out of these ones. And was disappointed on both of them. More so disappointed on this one, which makes me really, really want to agree with you and say that this is the worst one.
Yeah.
Now, when I actually stack these two up against each other, all expectations aside, I think I'd still eat that first. So
Really?
I think I agree with you.
Wow.
Something about the flavor of this one, that little extra like
Mhm.
sweetness or
Yeah.
whatever it was, really makes it a little off-putting. Nothing about this makes me go, "Oh, this is gross." It just
Yeah.
makes me. I wish I was eating beef
Yeah.
jerky.
I truly mean this for all of these. If these were out at a party, I would probably steal them from whoever's eating it because
I would
it's
not.
beef jerky.
I would not have a problem eating them again. I do think that this one is probably the one I would go after the least. Though.
Yeah. No, but it could. You never know. They might improve the recipe with it.
Maybe we just got a bad bag or
Yeah,
something.
maybe
and
we
there's
got a
just
bad
something
bag.
about the taste
Yeah.
of this particular one. If it wasn't for that little extra flavor it has, I would just be like, "Oh, it's just a tough bag of beef jerky." But something about that flavor just makes me not really want to eat it. But these are fantastic.
These are fantastic. I might buy them again. I don't know. We'll see.
The problem with this one, because normally something that's this good, we would be like, "Oh, absolutely, we're going to buy it again." But the problem with this one is it's up against beef jerky. So it's would you get this or original? And you're probably usually going to say original.
Yeah, just because it's the safe
Or
option.
teriyaki. It's not like chips where you'll get a lot of different types of chips. Usually you get like a bag of beef jerky, you finish it, and then a while later you're like, all right, I want another bag of beef jerky. And you're probably going to get the same kind again. Whereas chips, you'll probably be like, oh, I'll grab this chip, and then you finish them slowly. I know it's much past the review point, and this has gone way off the rails because we just started eating again. But they're good. But I do have to say, do taste a little like grass.
A little bit.
I think that's a testament to how good they are, is that it still overcomes that. And I think any other food, you'd be like, oh, it tastes like grass. But something about this one, it's like, I don't mind it.
Thank you for watching. We will 100% eventually come back, not only with 3 more snacks, but 3 more bags of beef jerky.
Oh, I'm sure you'll see.
You will see much more beef jerky.
If you stick
on
around to this channel, you will definitely see beef jerky again.
And we will get just as excited at the beginning of those.
I'm looking forward to doing another beef jerky at some point. I hope these people come out with beef jerky at some point.
Yeah.
Good recommendation on
Yep.
this one.
Mhm.
Probably don't bother with this one. Just
Yeah.
stick with the original.
Yeah. Unless you're not that brave. Maybe then you'll like this.
And this one, if you want beef jerky, don't go for this because it's not beef jerky.
Yeah.
But
But if
if-
you want something a little different.
If you want, however you pronounce
Yeah.
that, maybe this is good. But I'm pretty happy with this.
Yeah.
I don't think anything was too bad.
I think this is one of very few videos where we can walk away and say all these products are good.
They're fine. Yep.
Yeah.
Everything is fine. Long time in the making. I'm glad we finally got to
Yes.
try it.
Same.
It's nice that it'll finally be out of my fridge. You know what? Next time we film a snack rack, we're not going to have that safety net.
Yeah.
So we're
or
going to
not.
have to pull our A game.
Even though I think we pretty much forgot about it after. Like.
We kind of forgot
Yeah.
about it a few times. Well, thanks for joining us for another snack rack. We'll be back sometime later with another 3 snacks. Hopefully as good as this one.
Yeah. Probably won't be though.